What's up? What's up, good people? I'm live here on Instagram too. Let me pin a comment. What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? If y'all want a better view, make sure you tap the link in the bio. I'm live on YouTube too. Hopefully, everybody is having a blessed day today. I wanted to come on and talk to the people real quick. So I get a lot of DMs um just on comment questions. So I said, hey, let me go live real quick and kind of break down some of the mistakes that I see amongst common sellers. What's up? What's up, IG? I'm live on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. So if I'm kind of looking off, just use the link in my bio. If you want to see on YouTube, that's the one where I'm looking at the camera. All right, y'all. So today, again, I wanted to break down some of the common mistakes that's keeping people from hitting 10K a month on Amazon. So I wrote down a couple while I was on the bike trying to shed some of these pounds. So let me add some value to you guys real quick. So mistake number one, guys, mistake number one is whenever you start with limited capital. I started with limited capital. So even though I built it to where we're on track to hit our first 7 figures this year. I started with $150 back in 2010, right? And this is the mistake that I made. And I see as a business coach, it's a mistake that a lot of other new Amazon sellers or business owners make. Whenever we've been blessed to start a business that can scale this far with a little bit of money, it kind of keeps your mindset small. Okay, what do I mean by that, right? So let's say you started with the individual account on Amazon, which is completely free, by the way. So I noticed in some of the comments, they're like, hey, you saying I can sign up for Amazon for free, but I have to pay $40 whenever I go to the page, right? That is the professional plan, okay? So they have two plans. You kind of think of one as a standard plan, and then the other one as a premium plan, okay? The premium plan is $39.99 per month, okay? That's the plan. Once you're selling over 40 items and you're ready to scale and get serious, it's advantageous to be on that plan. But when you are a beginner, you can sign up for the individual plan. It's completely free, okay? What they do, the difference between the two, of course, the individual is the basic or the standard one. They do take out an extra 99 cents on each transaction, okay? So that's the difference between the two. If you limit it with capital, you starting like I did back in 2010, start off with the individual and build your way up. Now, where does the mistake come in, okay? Where do I see the common mistake? The mistake lies when you actually build up your business. Let's say you start making 2,000-3,000 a month, then you scale it to 5, and then you're like, okay, I kind of plateaued, right? I can't figure out how to get products just as cheap. You're using all the free tools. You're using the Amazon Sellers app. You're using getting free pickups. You're getting your inventory for free, right? But one thing that I learned, and it held me back for a while, because really I'm a thrifty guy, right? If I figure out at the beginning I don't have to spend a lot to make a lot of money, I'm gonna do that every time. But for me, I hit a ceiling, and I see a lot of new Amazon store business owners, they hit ceilings also, because they get in the mindset of, hey, I'm not going to spend to scale my business. But let me tell you, I say it on almost every video and every live, the ultimate goal in entrepreneurship. And for my people tuning in on IG, if y'all want to see a straight view, slide over to YouTube or the Facebook page. But I appreciate y'all rocking with me. I see y'all over there. Okay. Once I learned that you have to invest in yourself, right? So you're going to have to take some of that profit. And this is the way that I look at it. Whenever you're going to purchase, let's just say you start off with a paid app. Okay. So one of the paid apps that I recommend for beginners just starting out in the game, if you're still having what I call boots on the ground, you're sourcing inventory locally, you can start off with something like Scout IQ. It's a pretty cheap app. It's $14.99, and it allows you to scan to see which products are profitable in your specific area, okay? Now, some people don't even want to pay the $14.99. Guys, you're going to get your money back many times over. It's going to allow you to be more efficient. It's going to allow you to scan, if you're scanning books, whatever that you're scanning, right? It's going to help you run more efficiently, because remember, we need to begin with the end in mind. The ultimate goal is to buy back more of our time, right? So if it's anything out there, any software, maybe you hire a virtual assistant whenever you're able to, we need to outsource that as quickly as possible. Because the end game, if we realize that time is our most valuable asset, it's going to help take us to the next level. I promise you that. That's why, through the grace of God, I'm able to, chill at home. I don't have to physically be there to make money. But right now, guess what? My system, my store is still selling. I'm getting sales. Why? Because I set the system up that way. I have virtual assistants buying the products, then shipping to the prep center. The prep center preps all of my products, so I don't have to see or touch any of those products. Then from there, guess what? They ship them into Amazon. What does Amazon do? Amazon does the picking, the packing, the shipping, the customer service, right? They handle the rest of that customer experience. And guess what? All I do is put more money into business, pay everybody. Once the product sells, put that money, what I need, inside Pocket National Bank, as I like to call it, and then reinvest. You want to build a system, because we all know McDonald's, they don't have the best food, but it's because of their system that made them great. So I challenge you guys, whenever you're starting this business, even if you need to increase your cash flow, once you do that, build a system around it. Write down some SOPs or standard operating procedures to take your business to the next level. So that way, if something happened, you can just plug somebody else in, and then the show still keeps going, right? Like a machine. So when you're limited, to bring it back in, when you start off with limited capital, it's okay, right? Whenever you do get the capital to outsource something, go ahead and start outsourcing. Trav, what's a good rule of thumb or a good ruler for that, right? I would say whenever you can make 3 times what you pay somebody, right? So with the first time, you're going to pay them, right? So if you're hiring a VA, let's just say the VA costs $500-$600 a month, right? And it may be like, man, I can't afford that. But see, you're going to build a system to pay for it. The virtual assistant should pay for itself. You're not going to physically go into your bank account or your pocket and pay for them. The work or the system that you give them should allow them to make money to pay for themselves, and double, not only pay for themselves, but increase your bottom line inside of your company or inside of your business, right? So they're going to pay for themselves, and you're going to make more money on the back end. And if it doesn't do that, then you're just not ready to hire or outsource. So that's the importance of building that efficient system so that we can separate our time from money. So again, whenever you start with limited capital, don't be afraid to invest in your business, okay? All right. The next thing is not expanding to the international market. So this kind of ties back into point number 1. On Amazon, specifically if you're using fulfillment by Amazon, right? It allows you to tap into other markets, whether you're selling in Europe, you're selling in Canada, you're selling in Mexico, because just think about it, the law of averages. If you just got customers in your area, maybe you have a brick and mortar store, right? Let's say you got a restaurant, you're selling food. If you can only sell food in your area, it's going to cap or limit the amount of sales you can have. But what if you can expand that and put that online, right? You can start some kind of way e-commerce with your restaurant, right? It's going to expand your customer base. What if you not only can do it in the States where I'm located, you can do it internationally? It's going to blow up your business because you're going to be in front of more people, right? So we're just going to take that same logic and transfer it to our Amazon stores, right? So the more people we can get in front of, the more sales you're going to make, the more people you can serve. And guess what? It's going to increase your bottom line, and you're going to make more money just flat out. If you have great products, you're going to make more money if you can get in front of more people, okay? So that's number 2. Number 1, starting with limited capital and scared to reinvest back into your business through paid services and apps. Number two, not expanding to the international market. Number three, and I can barely read my writing. Okay, yeah, this is a good one. Trying to get ungated in every category before you start selling on Amazon, right? So I'm not sure, where you guys may have heard, not everybody, just the DMs that I get, where you guys may have heard, like, well, I need to get ungated in everything before I start selling. Let me tell you right now, you don't need to get ungated in every category before you start selling, because you're just going to be wasting money. And you get in business to make money, not lose money, right? I've started multiple businesses over the years, losing a ton of money, right? Just buying stuff. Oh, let me set this up. Let me get my LLC. Oh yeah, I need a building. I need a warehouse. I need to buy this, without making any money. And I've learned, after failing probably over 20 plus businesses, is the object of the game is to make money first and then build everything up on the back end, right? So even if you don't have an LLC and you need to start as a sole proprietor, which basically just means you're using your social, go ahead and do that, make money, then use the money for the business to set up your LLC, and then you can always change it over on the back end, right? But we want to make money. You don't want to start up a business, be losing thousands of dollars before you turn a profit. That's not a business. You just losing money. You added another bill, really. Okay, so don't worry about the ungated. Now, if it's a specific category that you want to sell in and it's gated, maybe just go for that one category or that one brand. But don't go out there trying to, okay, I'm going to get ungated in every brand, every category, because it's going to be hard to make it back after that. You hadn't even sourced any profitable products yet. You're just worrying about ungating. Okay, so don't worry about the ungating. Figure out the ungating once you find profitable products first, and then we'll reverse engineer that process. Okay, the next thing I have down, a mistake, is too much worry, right? And I understand, starting a new business venture, it'll be many questions like, hey, well, what if this happens? What if that happens? Well, I can't do that because you don't have the whole vision, right? But as entrepreneurs, we solve problems along the way, right? And through the grace of God, me being able to network with other high-level entrepreneurs, it just shows me that, hey, it's going to be problems, and that's where the money is made, right? Entrepreneurs, we get paid to solve our problems and then provide the solution to the marketplace. So if you're worrying about a problem, you should be thankful for a problem, right? Let me change your mindset, because mindset is key. And people like, Trav, I don't want to hear all that fluff, but mindset is key. That's what's going to take you to the next level of shifting your thinking. If you still trying to hit your first 10K, mindset number one. So we're going to move from worrying to looking at it as, hey, the next problem that I see, this is an opportunity for me to solve that problem for myself, and then I can solve it for others, right? Okay, so don't worry about stuff that doesn't happen, because it's not going to stop it. Now, let me say this with clarity, though. You do need to do market research and do your due diligence, okay? Do your due diligence. You want to be as educated as possible, because that is going to minimize your risk. I'm not saying you just going to, go in there all willy-nilly, but educate yourself, understand, whether it's through YouTube, whether it's through Googling, whatever, joining communities, whatever you need to do. Educate yourself as much as possible. Then, hey, leave the worry behind. Let's go full force ahead, okay? All right, let's see what else. I'm country, y'all. I got some. I had to write it down on my napkin when I was on the bike. All right. Oh, man, this is a big one right here. This gem right here easily, oh, man, probably saved y'all tens of thousands of dollars, right? Because I've had people come to me. They've lost $30,000 or 35, probably is the biggest number, saying, hey, Trav, can you help me? I got $35,000 worth of some product in their garage or in their apartment. Can you help me sell it? The bad news is no, I cannot help you sell it, because you already made that mistake. Now, what I can do, the good news is, what I can do is help you not make that mistake in the future. Okay. How can I do that? I can do that by telling you to only make data-driven decisions. I'm going to say that again. Oh, in this business, a lot of people worry, and congratulations to the people that signing up. We got people signing up for the challenge. If y'all want either access to my free training or the 5-day masterclass that I am doing on next Monday, make sure you're in the room. So all this stuff that I'm talking about, we're going to break it down step by step. If you never had any experience selling on Amazon, on up to if you're stuck or you're plateaued, we're going to help take you to the next level, right? All right. And what was I saying? Let me go back. I didn't like, okay. How can I save you tens of thousands of dollars? That's by only making data-driven decisions. There we go. Getting old, y'all, showing my age. Whenever you make data-driven decisions, you don't have to worry about is something going to sell or not, right? Because the apps, the graphs, the charts, it's going to tell you exactly how many people are on that listing, how many sales this item is having per month, and where you would fit into it. So let's make it practical, right? Let's make it practical. Let's say 2 people are on the listing and you have a product that's selling 300 times per month. Now, we can't be totally accurate, but we want to estimate, right? We want to make our best guess, right? Okay, so if it's 300, this product is selling 300 times per month. It's 2 businesses on the listings, right? On average, somebody dropped. I used to be a math teacher, so I got to ask y'all some questions. So if it's 300 sales a month, 2 people are on the listing. On average, how many sales is each seller getting? Somebody drop the number in the chat, man. I like to be interactive. IG, I still see y'all. If you want to see the front view, slide over to YouTube. The link is in my bio. How many sales on average? Somebody let me know. I know some of y'all may be at work, so you can't sneak and type something on your phone. What's the number, y'all? If it's 300 sales on this product and only 2 sellers on the listing, on average, how much would you guess that each seller is getting per month? Anybody know? All right, there we go. We got Miss Cooper. She with the family. All right, so Miss Cooper on IG said 150. That's absolutely correct, right? Now, if you get on the listing, remind you, you're not on the listing. Okay, we got somebody else answer. There we go. We got a little bit of delay. Now, you're not on this listing yet, right? So we can't assume that you're going to jump on and get 150 sales, because once you jump on the listing, the number of people on the listing goes to 3, right? It's no longer 2 people on the listing. It's 3 people on the listing now. So if we had 300 sales, another question, and it's 3 people on the listing, and let's just say it makes you $10 profit every time you sell this specific product, right? So if it's 3, how many out of 300 sales, 2 other sellers and you, how many sales can you expect to get per month off of that? We only making data-driven decisions, y'all. How many sales? Somebody drop it in the chat, man. We got to get active. You got to get active, y'all. My people on YouTube quiet. How many sales do you think you're going to get per month? We got $10 profit on this product. It's selling 300 times a month. Okay, my IG people chiming in. Okay, I appreciate y'all. So 100 times 10 is 1,000. Now, you can assume from that one product, right? There we go. We got some people chiming in. Y'all, yeah, y'all don't be scared, man. It ain't nothing but a country dude. Y'all we just having a conversation, going back and forth. All right, so 100, we can assume 100. So let's just say everything stays the same. We get 100 sales, they profit 10, we make $1,000. Now, this is how I strategize this thing, right? Okay. That $1,000, because what you want to do is build a bunch of mini assets. Okay. A bunch of mini assets. So what do I mean? What do you mean? So this is the way I structure it. Let's just say it was this grill brush right here. This was the specific product we were talking about. Okay. It looked like, okay, my YouTube stream froze. I'm going to now structure my financials every month to use this grill brush. Whatever expense over here or liability that I had, I'm going to use this asset because I know now I found a product that can make me $1,000 per month. That probably can take care of your car. If you have a car payment every month. If you got a phone line, a business line, you then take that product to put and cover that expense every month. So you can literally wipe out your car payment with one product. That's the power of this, right? You find that one product, it wipes out an expense every month. And you can run the same play, whether it's your mortgage, whether you're paying rent, whatever you're doing. You just find the profitable products, stay around people that's already finding those profitable products. You're going to become the person that makes $10,000 a month or 6 figures on Amazon. Then you do the things that they do every day. And then you have the 6-figure business or the 7-figure business. It's that simple, right? So you use, again, bringing it back home, you use these many assets. This one bringing in 1,000. You get a couple more. You get 9 other ones. Let's say 9 other ones. You got 10 products on your master list. That's what I like to call it, building a master list that makes you $1,000 per month. And all you do is replenish it. When this get low, when one gets low, you look at your analytics. You say, hey, okay, I need to replace this. Or I'm usually selling, 100 of these per month. Then, boom, you got a $10,000 per month asset to pay for your expenses, right? And you can either use that to scale to go even higher than 10 products, or you can diversify your portfolio, right? To put it in real estate. You're going to say, okay, well, I got the 10K coming in over here. My bill you can keep, because you always want to live under your expenses. So let's just say you keep your bills under $3,000 a month. You got $7,000 extra. You can either reinvest it to find more products, or you can say, hey, all right, I want to get into real estate now. All right, I want to get into trading options now. All right, I want to get into starting a food truck. Whatever it is, you got free cash flow to reinvest, to diversify your portfolio, okay? And I know I'm rambling, y'all, but I want to make sure I drive it home, because this can literally save you tens of thousands of dollars, and you won't make the mistakes like I did back in 2010 when I started this business, right? So hopefully you guys receiving value so far. All right, let me look at the next one. So wrapping up number 5, make sure you always buy products with the data available. Don't buy anything, just say, oh, I think this gonna sell. Or I got this sauna vest on. Oh man, this is gonna be nice. I'm gonna just make a brand and put my logo right here. And then I'm gonna, post it on my social media. Hey, I got these sauna vests, y'all need to buy it. Like, it's so much easier to do business by providing stuff that people already want to buy. I'm gonna say that again, right? Because I had this mixed up for a while. I'm like, okay, after mama buy it, after daddy buy it, maybe your sister, maybe a good friend. So you probably got 4 to 8 sales out of your close circle, depending on who you are. Then after that, everybody else like, nah, Trav, you cool, but nah, I don't want no sign of this, man. Or I could be selling this hat, generational wealth vibes hat. Yeah, Trav, you cool, the hat cool, man, but I ain't paying $20 for that hat. So I'm like, man, why is business so hard? Why is sales so hard, right? It's because, like I always say, I'm trying to force something on somebody, right? Especially when you selling to adults, like, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. So I'm like, okay, I know I don't want to work a job, so I got to figure this entrepreneurship thing out. I got to figure it out, okay? So what I did was I'm like, okay, well, they are buying something, because if you live in the States, I know I got a couple people, that follow me, at least on Instagram internationally. But if you lived in the States, you know we're consumers, right? So they're always buying something. They're just not buying what I'm selling. So okay, I'm thinking like, all right, all I have to do is start selling exactly what they're buying. Okay. So I said, all right, so how can I do that? So I went on a journey to start finding that stuff undervalued. That's where the magic comes into place. That's how you easily scale. I'm not sure if you already selling on Amazon, drop a 1 in the chat and drop your biggest problem on Amazon. Right? If you're not selling on Amazon, put a 0 in the chat. If you're selling on Amazon, because I like to interact with the people, and y'all got questions, concerns, drop them. I'm gonna answer them right here on this live stream before I pick up my daughters for the day. I picked them up from school. So a 1 if you're already selling, and what's your biggest problem, and then a 0 if you hadn't sold anything yet. Okay, we got a 0. We got some zeros, so y'all brand new. Yep. So these tips will definitely save you guys tens of thousands of dollars for sure, by not making these mistakes that I made back when I started. Okay, so most people knew. I don't see any questions. Okay, yep, got another 0. All right, let me see what my next one was. And I can barely read my writing, y'all. Hold on 1 second. Okay, I got it. All right, so the next mistake is thinking you have to be the lowest price on every listing. So I'm gonna go back to my grill brush again. Whenever you're selling now, it is going to be competition on Amazon, guys, because it's almost like the gold mine. I mean, they're literally changing. It changed my life, and it's changing a whole lot of people's lives by having this opportunity. I'm just thankful. It's a testament to God that I'm glad I was born at the right time with this opportunity, because I'm going to be honest with y'all. I was thinking, man, after all those failed businesses, I'm like, man, I'm never going to figure this entrepreneurship thing out. Like, man, I'm trying real estate. I'm trying trading options. Like, I just couldn't figure it out. But Amazon, at least for me, made it so easy because they did all the marketing. They had the system set up. They had the website set up. Like, I wasn't tech savvy. I was working the job. So I'm like, I need something to do that is flexible. To me, it just checked all the boxes. I didn't have that much capital. So I'm like, man, what business is that? Is it even a business out there that can that I don't have that much capital? I need it to be flexible. I don't know how to design a website. I don't want to create my own product. I just want to just make some money. So Amazon was perfect for that. They already did the marketing. I didn't have to run ads or anything like that. But yeah, I was saying that to say, let me reel it back in, because I will ramble, y'all, because when I think about some of these stories from back in the day, God just so good, y'all. Just so good. Okay. Whenever you're on this listing, right? Let's say we on our grill brush listing that's making us $1,000 a month. You don't have to be the lowest price. So even if the other two sellers, I think we said 3 sellers, 2 other sellers were on the listing and we made the third. You don't have to be the lowest price. You can still get sales being a higher price. So some of the people think, well, I always got to be the lowest price to get the sale. That's not the case, because Amazon, and this may get a little too deep for the newer people that's getting introduced to this business, but they have what you call a buy box or a featured offer. Okay, so that featured offer is almost like that add to cart button on the screen. So if you shopped on Amazon, and whenever you go on, I'm pretty sure everybody on this stream shopped on Amazon at one time or another. You probably just bought something from Amazon this week. When you click that add to cart button, that's what we as Amazon store owners or business owners call the buy box. Okay. And what they do is rotate that buy box. So you don't have to be a penny lower or 50 cents lower or $1 lower. It allows you to still keep your profit and make money on that specific listing. Okay. So don't kill your profits. Stay where you're at. You're going to look at the data and say, hey, this thing has been selling for $30. There's no need to go down to 29. There's no need to go down to 27. Stay where you're at, and you'll still be able to get your, what were we saying, 100 sales per month to make your $1,000. And sometimes you can increase it, right? You can slowly creep up depending on the supply in the marketplace. Okay. And let me see if I had any other tips. I think that was pretty much it, y'all. So just a summary before I slide off here. And if you guys have any questions, I don't think I see any in the chat. Okay. Oh, I see one. My biggest issue is buying fast enough to keep. Okay, so that's just a capital issue, a Lions World, if you're still on here. So credit cards, I would recommend. Now, let me say this. Let me disclaimer. I wouldn't start out on credit. But sound like you already got a system down, which is great. So the system that I teach is tests. Okay, you got to test the product first, then you double down. Okay, and then once you double down, you scale it. And that's when you can use credit, when you got proof of concept. And and there's no disrespect to the people out here teaching the credit game, but to me, it doesn't make sense to leverage credit on a concept that you hadn't personally, that you hadn't ran yet. Like, it's successful for them, but I haven't ran this business, so I'm not going to leverage my credit on a new business venture when I don't know the ins and outs of the business, right? Because I could be left owing these people some money and then the business never work out. So the way that I teach it, the safest way in my experience is always test first. Then after you test, we do another step. We go back and we double down, and then we scale. So a Lions World, I think your name was, look into, I'm not sure if you got a Navy Fed credit card. They always like super lenient. Let me see. Okay, she got another question in. I have SellersAmp. Looking for selling properties to buy. Usually looking for, hold on. I have a SellersAmp, and I'm constantly looking for selling properties to buy, usually 10 to 20. Selling properties, you talking about real estate? Oh, items. Okay, that's why I was mixed up. Items, yes. Yep, so that's perfect. SellersAmp is good. I would recommend that you get Keeper too. If you may have Keeper, you might not have put it in the comments. Miss Griffin, how you doing? I see you hanging in there with me on my YouTube. How you doing? Let me know if I can help you if you have any questions. So a Lions World, yeah, check out Keeper. Keeper Product Finder will help you definitely get some more products. SellersAmp is great too. We use SellersAmp, my VAs, mostly as a profit calculator. And it allows them to just look at the numbers. We usually shoot for, at a minimum, a 30% return on investment. But of course, we want to go a lot higher. Like, that's the bottom of the barrel, 30% return. So every $100 you put out, you want to at least get $30 in profit back. So that 100 should at least bring you back 130 every time you get it, right? And if you have any questions, I can help you. And if I can help you, if I can talk right with anything, just let me know, and I'll be more than happy. Just send me a DM. I'm looking to see if we have any other questions. Before I slide off, I'm gonna pick up my daughters real quick from school. Any other questions, y'all? See Miss Griffin. I don't think we have any other questions. All right, so if you guys are interested, next week, 5 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we're doing all week. We're doing training. I'm gonna teach you this game from the beginning. If you never heard of, which I'm pretty sure you heard of, because people rent a gazillion ads, just from setting up your account all the way up to automating the business so that you don't have to exchange your time for money. God forbid, if anybody, got sick, you couldn't go into work, you can no longer work, then you can still keep your income coming in the same. So just teaching y'all how to build this income generating asset, to spend more time with your family, your loved ones, enjoying the things that you want to do and creating those memories, right? So send me a DM or comment FBA. And hey, we're gonna get to it. Y'all be blessed. Have an awesome day. See you on the next one. Love. Appreciate y'all.